This is a tent that I'm going to be taking and hopefully being able to get some use out of it. It looks like it's just Velcroed along the edges. That's the one pole. Almost like a pop-up tent in a way. This is the outside pole. Oh, wonderful. That just ripped. Kind of a bummer. So I'm going to try to go ahead and videotape how to take the tent down. But there's two pieces of Velcro right here on this pole. Decorations will come down too, but looks like we've got a third Velcro along this edge. This is probably just for the walls. It's a little flimsy. You can see it kind of, it's got some movement as I shake it right and left. Oh, come on. There we go. So then these pieces right here look like they just, oh, okay, that Velcro came apart. Probably from being up for quite some time. That just needs to be re-sewn on there. And then there's Velcro. So there's Velcro all along the top edges of the pole, which looks like it kind of pieces together. So I'll just keep removing these Velcro strips and take this tarp material and, you know, put it into some type of bag perhaps. Okay, so we've got these pieces here. So there's three up the side, and I'm not sure, I didn't count them exactly, but I think three along the top. Velcro pieces, so then you've got the opening right there with the pole, and then, you know, 1, 2, 3 on pole 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the top, and then 1, 2, 3 along the base, and then we've got the frame, which pieces together in a variety of different puzzle sections. Oh yeah, the wind blows it, and the tent, I see it's got a little flimsiness to it. So yeah, we've got these little clasps down here to keep these. Here, we'll just come over to this one here. So for this right here, which is a side section, giving it a little bit of, you can see it's been really stressed. As you can see, the okay, that must have come off right here. That piece came off the top, but all right. So this, which is attached to the roof, and looks like it's just kind of coming over it, and then down here it looks like it doesn't really Velcro. It kind of fits into these little holes along the edge with that little clasp, and it's just a little hook. So that hook will hook into there, and then that brings this little triangular corner, again, that's sewed in, you know, so it just kind of like goes over the top, and that's just really a tight fit is what it is. You can see that, so that's one of the corners. It looks like a 30 by perhaps 20 by 30 maybe, 20 by 50 or 30 by 15. But yeah, that just goes over the edge and just pulls over, and those look like they're clasped in there somehow, and then goes to the center with these triangular pieces. That's a little different centerpiece. You've got these bringing them together, and then there's another one there, and then the corner, once again, that section right there is again a 3-piece. The decorations are a little cumbersome, but yeah, the tent does have some movement when it gets windy, so it's not the most stable tent. As you can see, just the base is just held down with circular plastic base. Just lifts right up. You can probably lift the whole tent up for that matter. And you know, that's pretty much about it. So if I were to take these pieces of Velcro off, again, 3 on each side. 1, 2, and 2. They're flapping in the wind, so that's one of the sides, as you can see. And we'll take the top 2 off right here, so we can trying to avoid having to use the instructions. And so now the sides are just flapping in the wind. We just have to take the top pieces of Velcro off, and then the sides here, the top right here, and then the sides right there. This one right here is, again, got the same thing. So let's just keep taking this apart along the sides, one, and then take that one off, and this one off here, and the third piece of Velcro here. And I just have to make sure they're really reinforced, but it's really just for shaded purposes for the most part. And then of course that triangular hook section to kind of, that's for the top, to keep the top on, which is almost the whole purpose of the tent, to keep the shade. And then if you just do the one side, you'll keep the sun out of people's, yeah, it's kind of, it's not the strongest tent, that's for sure. But these pieces might be able to be replaced with some, they're metal, but if they were replaced maybe with PVC, perhaps they would be a little bit stronger. So that's the side. And we've got 2 sides, this one over there, and we'll just remove this third one, showing 1, probably 4, 2. Yeah, you can see the stitching is coming undone from stress. The client was throwing it away, and so I said, I'll take it. 3, oh, it looks like there's 5, 4, and 5 for each 10-foot section. And then again along the wall, along the pole frame, 1, 2, and 3 at the base. And then that's that third side. So we might not really need the sides so much if we just have the top. So we can take this back wall off here, and that center piece that was right there may be for that side of the tent. So it flaps a little in the wind if the Velcro's not connected. It's got a seemingly little play, but it's a cute little, you know, shaded tent cover, and it definitely has some play. Unfortunately, my camera can't. And then there's, you know, some little stressed seams. The camera unfortunately can't back up enough to be able to catch a whole bunch of how this is as flimsy as it is. Let me just see this. Yeah, that's just a little bit of pressure with my hand just pressing down. You can see it's got a lot of play in it, but it holds up, you know. And, you know, it's got the shade. That's the whole point of it, right? Yeah, just lift it right out of the ground. There's some stakes in there, some minor little pin stakes. We'll increase the strength of those with ours, and we'll remove the side wall. Continue to remove the Velcro pieces. Obviously, got some decorations in there, and there is the back wall top frame, and then the side frame right here. Probably 3 on the side, and this is for one of the ends of the. Oh, and as you can see, this is pretty compromised. Another piece of the Velcro has been torn away from the side of the tent, so that's a third one that I have to have fixed. And it looks like there's another one in here somewhere, maybe. Oh, I'm not sure where that one went. That looks like it may have just been removed. There's 1, and there's 2 here, and 3 at the top, and then the ones, of course, along the top frame. 1, 2, probably 5, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, I'm not sure how well I was videotaping that. And then the 3 along the pole. 1, 2, and 3. You can see this is a stake that somehow is keeping the top. Okay, so that kind of keeps the top. It's supposed to probably angle out from away from the tent to kind of give it some more stability. but they were not used. So this is the tent. It's got a lot of play as I just pull this way. That's how much play is in this tent. So we got a good 10-minute video, you know. Have to figure out how to, yeah, not just pulling it. That just gives you a little play, gives you that feel for how much movement is going on. Okay, 10 minutes is enough. We'll be able to figure out how to piece the frames together. Thicker poles fit into each other along the sides. One side, two sides, so these fit into each other. And those on the third one, and then the top, obviously they're all going to go in these little plastic, you know, plastic sections, and those are the corner pieces. And again, I know we've got some decorations still in the way, but that's kind of pretty self-explanatory. And there's those pieces that just put it together. So each side has 1, 2, 3 sections, 1, 2, 3 sections, and then there's 3 sides. So yeah, and it might even be able to be a little bit smaller for smaller sections. For if you didn't want to have a 30 by 30 tent, you could have like a 20 by 15, 30 by 30, but a 30 by 15. It looks like it's a 15. Maybe it's a 10 foot. Yeah, because this is 10 foot. It's one section, 2 sections, and then 3 sections, and then this is 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections. So we might actually have a couple different, a couple different ways to lay out the tent. It doesn't have to be 10 by 30. Might be able to be 10 by 10 or 10 by 20. Okay, that's it.